So I got to tell you about Fairport, Ohio. We were there for 2 days because there was really strong wind yesterday and the seas were like 4 foot, maybe even bigger, I don't know. Super windy, so we decided to stay in Fairport. When we first got into Fairport, we stopped at this little harbor and we dinghied in with a dog so the dog could do its business. So we met this couple. Name is Jeff and Lori. Lori or Laura. I'm terrible with names, so I apologize to them. And just struck up a conversation on the beach. Local, have a house on a hill right behind the beach. And they told us, because the wind was going to pick up out of the north, which would have went right through the harbor and rocked us all night. So he told us about going up the river about a mile, and then there's a dock that we could stay at. So we did. And we invited them over, and the next day they actually came by to say, hey, I rode my bike to the hardware store to get a few things, and Jeff actually came all the way to the hardware store and picked me up and gave me a ride back, which was nice because the road was kind of sketchy with it's like 60, 70 mile an hour cars. It's like a highway basically. So that was really nice. And then he gave me a ride to run some errands. And when I showed him the boat, he saw my dive tanks, and he's a Navy diver, retired Navy. And he volunteers for the Sheriff's Department as a diver. So he took me down to the fire station, filled up my tanks, and then they invited us over for dinner, and we went to their house and had dinner. I mean, just amazing. The people you meet on this trip, it's like nothing else. So that was Jeff and his wife, and met their 2 kids, lifeguards at the beach. And then where we docked, there was a couple, Sweeney, I think was her name, and her husband Pierre, or Philippe, sounded French. Super nice people. They offered us electricity for the boat while we were there. We didn't need it. They offered us water, and we did. We filled up before we left this morning. Just total strangers offering to help people. And it was a real blessing. And it's nice to meet people like that when you're traveling. Okay, on the other side, while we were at the dock, we heard rumors about people like to fish off the dock, and we were docked there. And 11:30 last night, we got a knock, and a cop comes to the boat saying that you're not supposed to be docked here, and that people want to fish off the pier, and they couldn't because we were there, which I thought sounded strange. But who goes to this little tiny dock in the middle of the night to fish? I guess so. But the thing is, there are like 3 of these docks, all within a quarter mile. They're all city docks. So anyways, Michelle told the cop we're leaving in the morning, and he said fine. So anyways, we got rousted. It's to be expected. But other than that, Fairport was amazing.